Good afternoon, guys. How are you?
Good afternoon, mister.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. So, do any one of you have a question or something is not clear regarding to any part or any lesson in our material? Anyone need to?
مستر
Yep.
هو انا مش فاكر اسمه ايه اللي هو الجدول بتاع الاكتيفيتي اسمه ايه
Chemical activity series.
المفروض نحفظه
Do not memorize now.
ماشي
Okay. Any question? Something is not clear regarding to any lesson? Chapter 6. Okay. Lesson 1, 2, 3, 4. Chapter 7. Lesson 1. Chapter 8. Lesson 1 and 2.
مستر
Yep.
مستر نراجع على اللي هو الديكومبوزيشن بيتحل ازاي؟
Okay. Decomposition reaction. Okay. What else?
الاكتيفيتي سيريس اللي هو الحتة اللي هتبقى في الإكزام.
Chemical activity series. Okay. Okay. Yes, Noor. You want to ask about something, Noor? We cannot hear you.
لا يا مستر.
What?
No, I don't.
Okay. So let's start here. First, we start by the decomposition reaction. Okay. As Mina asked, decomposition reaction, we said that it's a reaction in which a substance is going to break down into two or more substances. That's why we call decomposition. It's a breaking down reaction. But actually, most chemical compounds, they are stable in normal STP, standard temperature and pressure. So in that situation, the substance they not break down by their own, except there are some few compounds they could break down in room temperature, but most compounds they are stable. So in that situation, there is an energy be applied on the compound to break down, like applying electric current, like electrolysis of water, or applying heat energy, okay, which we call it the thermal decomposition. So like this, okay, we have the thermal decomposition, we have rules, okay. What the rules, okay? We have, for example, when we have a binary compound like the oxides, like mercury oxide HgO. Just a minute, guys. So HgO, sorry for the handwriting. There's a problem here. Just a minute. Let's say use this text to be better, okay? So we said that HgO, once it's already heated, okay, so that's his arrow, and suppose above this arrow there is a heat, okay, triangle, okay, Mina?
معاك يا مستر.
This binary compound that means a compound that made of just two elements, mercury and oxygen. So it's gonna divide into the mercury, okay, plus
O2.
the oxygen O2. Good, okay. 2 is supposed to be subscript, small number, but here we cannot make it subscript. So then we balance the chemical equation as here 2. So suppose we put 2 here in the beginning, okay.
ونحط 2
And
جنب ال
then
HG.
supposed to put here 2, and like this it's balanced like that. So the binary compound, or any binary compound, that means any compound that made of 2 elements, they break down into the 2 elements which are made of, like HgO, for example, here. Is it clear?
Yes.
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 The other situation, okay, if we have a compound that is not binary, that means it's not made of 2 elements, it's made more than 2 elements, like, okay, ionic compounds which they contain radicals or they contain polyatomic ions. For example, the carbonates, okay, the breaking down of carbonates. So for example, copper carbonate, CuCO3. Good, sorry. I don't know what happens. Just a minute. So copper carbonate, Cu. What the problem? Again, Cu, CO3. There's a big problem here. I don't know what. Okay. This here, it will yields to, once it heated, what would happen? So a rule, Mina, that carbonates break down into metal oxide plus carbon dioxide. So what the metal here?
Cu.
So copper, so it will be produce copper oxide. So as usual, we do it the same copper oxide. Copper is Cu and its valence equal 2, while oxygen is O
O2.
and its valence is 2. Okay, so let's switch places, nothing will happen. So it will produce CuO plus carbon dioxide, which is CO2.
CO2.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Then you balance the chemical equation, one Cu, one Cu, okay, one oxygen here, 3, it's balanced. So like this, we call that the thermal decomposition of carbonates, okay?
Okay.
Then the thermal decomposition of thermal decomposition of chlorates like potassium chlorate, potassium ClO. What?
ممكن حضرتك تبعت المايك سنة.
Okay, like this, it's okay.
شكرا.
Okay, so let's try to write here potassium chlorate. So this potassium chlorate, once it breaks down by heat, it will produce the metal chloride, which is potassium chloride, KCl, okay, plus the oxygen O2, then balance the chemical equation. So here we have another rule, okay, that the chlorate break down into metal chloride plus the oxygen. Is it clear, Yamina?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Then if we have the thermal decomposition of we still have hydroxides, for example, like Ca, calcium hydroxide. Okay, so CaOH by 2, why we make brackets and subscript 2? Because calcium is divalent while hydroxide is monovalent or has valence equal 1. So once we change the valences, it will be CaOH by 2. So once it's heated, okay, it will break down into, we have a rule that metal hydroxides break down into metal oxide. So it will be CaO, both have valence equal to, so there is no subscript, plus, okay, that water vapor, H2O, then balance the chemical equation, okay?
Okay.
Is it hard like this?
No.
No, so that's the idea. Okay, you must recognize first what the type of the compound, then you can determine what the results will be. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Regarding to the part of the chemical activity series, Sarah, I said you will not memorize the chemical activity series. Okay.
Okay.
It's not, you are not asked. We just to understand what the purpose or what is the chemical activity here. It's just descending order of the elements. Okay, just wait a minute to show you the idea.
Sir,
Yep.
will you give us the table for the chemical activity series?
Yep,
And
if I get a question that require the usage of the chemical activity series, I will provide you with this table. Okay. Can you see the
okay.
table right now?
Yes.
That's a chemical activity series. It's just a descending order of metals regarding to their reactivity. Okay, so the most reactive element is found above or they found at the top of the series, while the lowest or the least, the least, what?
Do I memorize التable ده?
No, I said no. Okay, more than one time, and you are not supposed to memorize it. If there is a question require the usage of this series, I'm gonna provide you to in the exam. Okay. You just get the concept. What the concept? That is a descending order for the reactivity. So K is the most reactive one, while AU is the least reactive one. So K could replace any one beneath it, while any element cannot replace what is above. That's it. Is it hard like this?
No.
So for example, like this, aluminum could replace zinc, could replace iron, could replace tin, and so on. But aluminum cannot replace magnesium, for example. Why? Because magnesium is more reactive than aluminum. Good idea?
Yes.
So I just use this to judge if a single replacement reaction could happen or not. For example, if I said, if we add aluminum to, okay, calcium sulfate, the reaction will happen, or this reaction would work. What do you think? We add aluminum, that's right here.
Mr. No reactions.
No reaction, of course, okay? When we say that adding aluminum, Al, to calcium sulfate, does it produce anything? Actually not, it will not produce anything. Why? Because simply aluminum is less reactive than calcium. So aluminum cannot replace the calcium. So no reaction in that situation. Good idea?
Yes.
That's it. Okay. Any hard question here, guys? Any other question, guys?
مستر
Yes, Layla.
دلوقتي ال decomposition
مم.
الكيسز يعني كان في كذا حاجة اللي هو scenarios اللي هي ممكن يعمل reaction معاها
مم.
اللي هي مش عارفة الأوكسايدز وكده
ما
دي
هي
هيجي
just
عليها
I just explained it. هيجيب لك chemical equation and the products are missed and ask you to complete the products.
تمام هيسألني على دي metal oxides ولا يعني
Yes,
هيسألني على الأسماء
yep. Yes, he may say, for example, once the calcium carbonate is heated, what are the produced? It will produce calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. So you get it? He may ask you the metal sulfate, once it's heated, it produces, you are gonna say metal oxide and sulfur trioxide. That's it. You get the idea?
طب مستر حضرتك كنت شرحت على البورد مرة اللي هو example لكل واحدة
Yep.
هو examples دي بس اللي جاية عن
No,
ده ولا
whatever. No, whatever. Yeah, come on. Listen, guys, I need you to understand, not just memorize. Listen, here, let's take an example, and that's look with me carefully. I'm searching for a good example for you. Okay, so let's take a look here with me, guys. For example, in this, can you see the screen right now?
yes
So he asks you to complete and balance the equation for the following decomposition reactions. Okay, so he give you just this, all these. Okay, they represent a binary mass decomposition. There are many examples. So for example, here CuCl2, once we apply electricity, it will break down into what? What do you think, Layla?
copper
Copper
chlorine.
and chlorine. That's
Chlorine.
it. Is it all like this? So it will break
No.
up to Cu plus Cl2. Okay, then we balance the chemical equation, we'll find it's already balanced. Yes or no?
تمام
So like did that. So this equation actually is not included in the textbook or in the example of the textbook. It just depends to understand the idea. Let's get another example here. For example, if I said to you, I give you equation, what would happen once the let's see, for example, Na2 CO3 is heated, what would happen? What do you
break
think?
down into Na2 وبعد كده
Na2?
CO3 لوحدها
No,
لا Na
we said that what is this? It's a sodium carbonate, so it's a metal carbonate. Metal carbonate break down into metal oxide plus carbon dioxide. So the metal here is sodium, so it will break down into sodium oxide, Na2O plus CO2.
تمام
So follow the rule. Whatever the metal is, it not must to be sodium. Could be calcium, could be magnesium, could be aluminum, whatever. You get the idea?
طب مستر هو ممكن يديلي compound في الأساس يبقى هو أكتر من يعني غير دي يبقى more complex يبقى كذا
لا هم that just
atoms.
states no, لأن أنا ما عنديش compound more complex than a metal with a radical. You get it?
تمام.
يعني this is a radical, just act like this. So we said that carbonates, sulfates, we put a rule for the category. Okay.
اوكي.
So any other question regarding to the point here?
No.
Okay, so let's try to answer this part together, guys. He said that complete each of the following sentences, sentences reaction by writing both word equation and the chemical equation. So he started by the word equation, sodium plus oxygen yields. What the result will be?
Sodium oxide.
Sodium oxide, good. It will be sodium oxide. Unfortunately, it will be hard to write here, but I try. I don't know why it doesn't move. Okay. So guys, just cover sodium. It will be sodium oxide. Okay. So anyone can tell me how we could write the equation? It will be, guys.
اقول انا مستر.
Yes.
هو ال Na ب1 وال
So it will
oxygen
be
ب2 فيبقى
first.
Na2O.
Na plus, no, we need to write the entire equation. Na plus O2.
O2.
Okay, good. Yields
Na2O.
Na2O. Okay, so here like this, okay, that's how we write. So let's balance one sodium. Here we have two sodium, two oxygen, and here oxygen. So what we should do, Mina?
نحط 2
Two here, yep. So
و2 في الO2.
how here?
لا
We're gonna put two here. Okay, actually.
نحط 2 هنا.
So this is supposed to change to be 4.
4 oxygen.
No.
لا ثانية.
So like this 4 sodium, and here 4 sodium, 2 oxygen, and here 2 oxygen. You get it?
صح كده.
Yep. Thank you.
أنا
Okay.
بس عشان متلخبط عشان ال2 كبيرة كده.
Yes, the 2 is supposed to be subscript, okay, but actually, or unfortunately, just a minute, guys. I'm gonna try to have a kind of soft copy, a word to be easier to work on. Just a minute. Sure, guys, unfortunately, I don't have the other copy right now. So back to the point. Let's continue. So then the second question, he said that magnesium plus fluorine, what is going to produce? Let's see. Other people, please, could you share us? Once magnesium reacts with fluorine, what's going to produce? Guys. Mustafa?
magnesium fluorine, magnesium fluoride.
Yes, we produce magnesium fluoride. Good. So we are going to say it's magnesium fluoride. So could you write the chemical equation?
ماشي. المغنيسيوم ب2 والفلورايد
Mg
2 ايوه
Mg
هتبقى
plus
MgF2.
let's write the equation, not the formula only. Mg
الايكويشن
plus
اسف.
F2 yields
بلس F2 ايوه.
Mg
لا اسف MgF2.
MgF2, yes. Why? Because magnesium is divalent while the fluorine is monovalent. So once we exchange, it will be MgF2. So like this, one Mg here, one Mg, two fluorine, two fluorine. So it's balanced like this. You get the idea, guys? Is it clear?
ايوه مستر.
yes.
Guys, is clear? Okay, then here he asks you to complete this. So please, everyone, start to work on these 4 equations and send the answers in the chat. Hurry up.
مستر ننسر انهي
The 4 A, B, C, D of decomposition, okay, and send them in the chat. Okay, let's see the answers. Okay. Yes, Laila. Thank you, Mustafa. Let's complete. Okay. Could you answer the 4 and send the 4 together, okay? Just to check all of them.
مستر هو عبال ما بخش على الشات وبعد كده برجع تاني اشوف السؤال فبيبقى الكلام ده اتمسح حتى لو سيبها درافت
Okay. No problem. You can just make the chat screen small, okay, and put it in one side and look to the other.
ما هو I'm on my phone.
Yeah, so it's another problem. Yep.
مستر بقى معلش يا مستر هو سؤال يعني
Yep.
هو يعني ايه الفرق ما بين electricity وان هو heated
No difference, but some chemical substances they even heating up, okay, it does not break it down, so it need another form of form of energy. So we give another form of like electricity, but no difference. The result will be
لا
the
بس
same.
ما بيغيرش في البرودكت يعني
No, 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 no.
اوكي
So Omar El Gizi, second one, could you H must be H2, Omar Gizi. Hydrogen is a gas, so it always must be represented as H2 like O2. Okay.
تمام مستر يعني تبقى H2O2
Yep, and they must balance the equation.
تمام ماشي
Good Ramadan, Layla, it's okay. The others, the just listeners, okay? As you like, it's for you. Good, good, Layla. So like this, you get the idea. So let's pass to the next type here, okay? Let's try to work on this equation, okay? That's represent a single replacement reaction. So if you need the help of the chemical activity series, I'm gonna just send it through the chat here. Okay. So actually all these elements, they are active, so they could replace, just work. Okay, Omar Farid. Let's pass
مستر
to
عندي
the
سؤال.
single replacement reaction. Yes.
مستر في بي
Yes.
اللي هو في نمبر 23
Yes.
هي مش هتبقى H4
Which one? 23B.
في
It will
بي.
be no. It will
اه
be 2H2. It will be H2. So it will be
يعني
2H2.
اه
Good idea.
تمام.
Yep.
مستر
Yes.
طب ينفع حضرتك تدينا الإجابات بتاعت A و B و C و D في 23؟
Of course. Okay. You really are right. They send Layla and Mustafa Ramadan. They send it right on the chat. Okay. So you can find the answer. Gizi also send them right, except the second one. It's supposed to be 2H2. Okay. But let's make it quickly. So the first one here, it will be the problem that it's hard to write on the screen. So here it will
لا
be Hg
بلس O2
plus O2, and then we're gonna balance.
هتبقى هناك 2 ورا ال HG
So 2 here,
فهنحط 2
2
ورا
here.
ال HG.
Then here we're gonna, it will be H2
O2
plus
بس
O2.
2 ورا
Yes,
ال H و2 ورا ال H.
yes, good. You are working right. So suppose we're gonna add 2 here and 2 here to balance it. Good. Then here it will be Ag, Ag2O, so it will produce Ag
2O2
plus O2. Then balance the equation. So in that situation here, we're gonna put 2 here because we have 2 Ag, and then we're gonna 2 here. So this is supposed to be 4. Then here it will be Cu plus Cl2. Is it hard like this?
اوكي.
That's it. Let's work to the next. Okay, good. But actual, okay, yes, so that's good. Mustafa, Tehel, it's okay. So the first one, let's try to work together here. So Omar Farid, it's okay, good. Good guys, for the first one, it's okay. Second one, let's find here. So the second one, Ibtihal, it's you already make the reaction true, but the balancing, okay, you must have checked your balance because there is something in the balance is wrong. So actually here it's gonna be 2, 3. It's okay. Yes, balancing is true. Okay, good. Keep working. So let's start to work on the first one until the others keep working on the rest. So the first one here, zinc is more reactive than lead. So zinc will replace the lead in its solution. So the zinc will kick the lead out and it will bend with nitrate. So it will produce zinc nitrate. Zinc is Zn, its valence equal 2. Nitrate is NO3 and its valence equal 1. So once we exchange the valences, it will be ZnNO3 by 2. So like this, it will form zinc nitrate, Zn. Okay, NO3 by 2 plus the Bb will be formed as a precipitate because it's a metal that not dissolve, so it will be a precipitate settle down. Then the second one, aluminum also is more reactive than mercury, so aluminum will replace it. It will produce aluminum acetate. Aluminum is Al and its valence is 3. acetate is CH3COO and its valence equal 1. So in that case, we're gonna switch. It will be so AlCO3 brackets by 3 plus the Hg, then we balance. Okay. So
مستر
yep.
هي الاسيدز احنا المفروض نعرف الفالنس بتاعتها.
Which acid?
الاسيدز
Acids does not have valence. Acids does not have valence. It's a compound, and the compounds they have 0. Okay, they are not valence. For example, H2SO4 sulfuric acid, there is no valence. It's actually made of hydrogen, in which the valence of hydrogen is 1, and sulfate group, in which the sulfate group is made of 2. It's a valence 2. انما sulfuric acid على بعض H2SO4 doesn't have to have a valence. Good idea?
مستر
Yep.
هو هنا
طب
احنا بنستخدم
هي
الاكتيفيتي ماشي
It's
لكن
chemical activity series. Yes, suppose we use the chemical activity series, but I already told you that all these elements are most reactive than these, so they could replace. Because I cannot share 2 screens in the same time.
اوكي
Okay, guys, so listen to me carefully for everyone. I need you to just try to answer these questions as kind of homework, and you can send to me your response, or if there is something is not clear or you cannot understand it, okay, you can send to me through our group of WhatsApp to discuss it together. Okay, guys?
هم 24
24, 25, 12, okay, until 30. Okay?
اوكي مستر.
Let's practice all of the types. Yes.
معلش يا مستر 24 بي انا مش يعني حليت كل اللي هي مش عارفه احلها.
This it will be AL. That's just look here with me in the chat. You can see the chat. Yeah, I'm afraid just send it right now. Okay, can you see it?
هو تقريبا بعتها لحضرتك برايفت تقريبا لان في
Okay,
يعني
just
انا
I'm
ما
gonna
بنساش
copy it. I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna send it to you. Just a minute. Can you see it? Here we said that aluminum will react with aluminum is more active than mercury, so it could replace mercury. But because aluminum, it's valence, but there is these 2 will be cancelled. Actually, okay. Just a minute. This 2 is wrong. Just a minute. I'm gonna pick one is true because I didn't focus here. Why, guys? All of you. This one. Yep. Here. That's the result. Okay. The aluminum will take the acetate group. Okay. Aluminum is 1. Okay, aluminum has valence 3, so that's why the entire acetate put in brackets and get 3, and because the acetate has valence equal 1, so there is no subscript for aluminum. Okay.
مستر الاسيتيت انا عرفت الفالنس بتاعتها منين؟
What we already have a group there, this group, and actually here, if you could look here, we know that mercury, its valence is equal to Hg, its valence equal to, and here this got subscript 2, that means that the valence of mercury. But acetate does not have any subscript for mercury, so that means the acetate is 1. Good idea?
تمام فهمت.
That's it. Okay. So everyone, as I said, please try to answer this question as a kind of practice. Be sure that you are able to write all different types of chemical equation and you are able to balance it. And you have any question, please save the time before the exam and send to me through the WhatsApp group, or you can contact me by any way. Okay. And to check this point together. Okay. Any other question, guys?
No.
No response. Okay. Thank you.
Welcome.